mean, patriotism is usually a thing that I'm against. I'd say
Yeah,
when you're
it's-
German.
because yeah.
Yeah, too much patriotism, it's not good. I don't think. I mean, unless it's really desperate time, then patriotism is great. But if it's peacetime or you don't really, if it's not necessary, then it's stupid. It leads to stupidity.
Well, but the thing is that I think of myself more like as a world citizen. I don't think of myself as Norwegian, as a Sami. I don't really do that. I think of myself as like a part of the entire world. Like I mean, sure, I have this connection to Norway, of course. I can't get away from that, but still, I don't think of myself like as a Norwegian. Really,
Yeah, it's
that's
not
just
like
weird.
your main identity is like Norwegian first. It's more like, human being first. And
Definitely.
I like to think a lot of us are like that, but I mean, you think we're broken in 50 states, so it's like, oh, I'm Californian, I'm Texan. We fight against each other, then we look at the rest of the world, it's like, I'm American! And,
Yeah.
and it gets stupid, and then there's like, I don't know, I think they missed the point a lot, and Obama I'm glad Obama made it to where anybody get health care. I mean, granted, I had to pay for like 100% of the cost of it. At least I got to go see a doctor, because I haven't been to a doctor in like 13 years. And I've got my clean bill of health, but still, at least I didn't have to go find a job first, even though I, had the money. I didn't feel like working. I hate to have to go find a job, a full-time job, and then be lucky enough for that employer that I work for to offer insurance, and then okay, I can see a doctor, because that was the only way you can do it before. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
but they accuse Obama, oh, it's socialism and blah. It's like, and they're so stupid, because it's just one thing, and one thing doesn't make a country socialist. I'm pretty sure the whole idea of, like, say, Germany, for example, where, a third of your total income, I think it's about a third of your total income goes to the government. And, I think a lot of Americans would be missing 33% of their income. At that point, I can see if it's, socialism, but no, it's like a lot less than that.
But seriously, I'd rather pay 33% of my income than pay like 50K for a broken leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it goes both ways though, because if you never break your leg, then okay, you don't see the difference. You're just like, okay, I'm free, and like me. I mean, I've only had high blood pressure and whatever, and I don't have high blood pressure anymore. It was just because I went to the damn dentist and I had no insurance and I had to pay all the costs. You're like, oh, your blood pressure's pretty high. Do you know why that is? I'm like, is it because I'm paying thousands of dollars out of pocket for this? It's like, oh, well, you better get it checked, because you could die from high blood pressure. I'm like, oh shit. And then finally the doctor, I calmed down, I go see the doctor. He's like, well, it's a little high, but I'll prescribe you some medication. And then I stopped taking it, and because it makes me feel tired. That's why I took all those naps all the time, and, during the streams. And then I said, you know what, I had the blood pressure cuff. I would check, and I would say to myself, okay, well, it's not that high. I'm just going to not take it and keep checking. So all this week, I didn't take my blood pressure meds. And I was only taking half of these pills, too, every day. And it's like my blood pressure's like way better than it was before. And that's because I stopped spending all that money on it and get my teeth drilled and root canals and
I study bioprocess engineering, and I understand a bit of pharmaceutics. And when it's about blood pressure stuff, you shouldn't stop immediately. You should go down one by one. Like I don't know, like how many do you take per day? Like 2,
only
and then you'll start.
Yeah,
then
we'll
you
see.
should. and then you should start going down slowly, because it could happen that your heart couldn't take it when your blood pressure goes up suddenly again, and you get a heart attack. Because my mother takes the same medicine because of her blood pressure.
Yeah.
See.
Well, I understand that, but I was taking 10 milligrams of lisinopril, and I was really tired after a week of taking that. So I was doing 5 milligrams, and this was maybe for 2 months, and then I just stopped. And I would keep checking my blood pressure twice a day, and it's good. And and I exercise 4 days a week. I run, I lift weights, and I eat healthy, so I figure I'm fine. And it's been like all this week. So, I mean, I just didn't. Yeah, I just didn't want to feel tired and have to take a nap. And it made me feel older than I am, I guess. I shouldn't feel so tired.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's 5 milligrams, and I wasn't taking it. I mean, I can understand if I was taking it for years, and my body was kind of dependent on it. Like when I stopped smoking marijuana, oh yeah, I was like a different person. And so a lot of times I didn't want to play, Xbox. I couldn't play video games. I was in a bad mood, and I was really angry. But that's like a different kind of drug and stuff. But I mean, for this medication, I wasn't on it that long. I think for my body to be so dependent on it. But I understand that. But yeah, it's. I mean, I didn't want to keep paying for it anyways, because to buy it without a prescription for like a year's supply, it was like over $300. I was like, oh, I'm not paying that much money.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's like the beauty of more or less European healthcare.
Socialism.
Yeah, socialism, communism, whatever you want to call it. I don't give a shit, because, well, communism is basically a really good idea, but
It doesn't work out.
no, it doesn't work. But like, if everyone is in on it, then yeah, it would totally work.
If the leaders were more honest in communism, it would work. But the thing is, they get greedy and they go to certain individuals and they say, "You're not working hard enough," and then they start punishing people, and that's where it goes wrong. And,
Exactly. Well, that's the thing,
and,
because,
and
well,
socialism was supposed to be that step towards communism, but so far I think the socialist countries, they don't want to make that step to communism now. They'd rather stay socialist, and that makes sense. I mean, I don't blame them at all. And, I think it's like a good medium though, because not everybody's super rich, but everybody's taken care of it. In Germany, like, I hardly saw any homeless people. And they told me, I mean, a lot of people don't give homeless people money, because usually they're only homeless because they don't work with the state. The state will help them find a job and give them housing and money for food. And if they don't want to do anything, to put the effort in to get a job and be self-sufficient.
In Germany, when you don't have work, you get money from the state. But for that, you have to apply for a job. I think 3 jobs per month. You have to try to get a job.
yeah.
Wow, that's even less than what unemployment insurance. You have to find like 3 jobs a week, or apply to 3 jobs a week. But wow, I should have stayed in Germany and got out. And I've heard a lot of people would do that too. They wouldn't go back to the States. They would stay in Germany and
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we more or less have the same system here in Norway. I think it's like you have to apply for like at least 2 jobs every month.
God, that's so little. And you have to keep a log, right? You tell them, okay, I applied at McDonald's and I applied at Burger King. Yeah. That's it.
Well, yeah,
no,
basically.
They didn't call me back for an interview.
I think you actually have to get a signed paper from the place you applied to.
I could be, definitely. Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I have no experience with that, so well, I wouldn't know, but still, it's. I know it's like 2 or 3 like job things you have to like, apply for, and when you've done that, then yeah, you can live off the state. they're gonna give you quite a bit of money just for well, keeping you alive. So I mean, it's not.
I think they gave me like $120 a week, and my rent is like $320. So it would just barely cover.
Yeah,
like I had to get food stamps where it was money for food,
I see it.
yeah.
and just to cover that because. I remember I bragged one time when I got my unemployment benefits that I went and bought $20 worth of weed. I was like, yeah, I just use unemployment to buy weed.
I know about those people in Norway, definitely. Because well, it's like this, welfare thingy, and like you can't just like give up on people. So basically, you give stupid people that just smoke weed every day.
Yeah, it must be
Yes.
a burden though. See, in the States, they give you so little that you have no choice but to be motivated to get a job so you can make more money and live the life that you're accustomed to living to, where you can eat out more and buy stuff. It's like, oh, I want to buy that flat panel TV.
Well, but that's the thing, because
What
in
I
Norway,
don't like.
you actually get so much money that you can live very comfortably. You could easily get drunk every weekend and also buy some weed if you wanted to, like every day more or less. Like it's pretty ridiculous, but at the same time it's they don't want to like exclude anyone from like the,
or leave them high and dry, or
Yeah.
like abandon people.
yeah.
The thing is, in Germany, I think they give them too much because as a student you get help from the state too. But I get as a student get like 200 euros, and if
Oh,
I
wow.
would apply for like unemployment thingy, I would get like 500 or 600.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like,
Oh, wow.
I'm a student, I have to pay my rent too, and I pay 300 euro per year for university, which is pretty low compared to USA. I know, but
Yeah,
still, I have to pay that stuff, and I have to pay stuff for university. And what do I'm actually doing stuff, and then there are people who just sit on their ass and don't do anything and get like twice the money.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
And
pretty
that's why-
aggravating. Definitely.
That would be. Reminds me of like those fast food jobs. Like I worked at Subway making sandwiches, and this high school kid, I'm like making all these sandwiches and working, really fast, and this young guy, he spends an hour and 30 minutes just to sweep the dining room, and it shouldn't have taken that long, but but because he took so long, is why I had to make all the sandwiches. Kind of like a comparison. This is like how I feel when I work with like people who don't, not experienced. But yeah, I mean, welfare is. Yeah, I remember in the States, women would have babies just so they could get extra money. So the more babies they have, the extra money they get for welfare.
Yeah.
But then they
That's
say,
German.
okay, after the 5th baby, that's it. You don't get any more money. So.
Yeah.
And that was a good idea because a lot of people have these babies and they have a lot of them, and that's not good at all. And I mean, I hate to say it though, but there are a lot of people where I live and they breed irresponsibly, and it's not fair for the kids, especially when the father leaves, and high divorce rates, or not being a real family and not being committed at all. And Yeah, so it's really sad around here. And then a lot of these kids, a lot of them think, okay, if they break into houses or sell drugs, that's the only way to really make money. And